Bloody Mary doesn't care if you're in the middle of pooping. Bloody Mary just wants to scare you, or Bloody Mary just wants to take your soul.
Is 3 fine? Is 5 fine? We don't know. We'll find out. Welcome to the Not So Scary Podcast, where we discuss tales, creatures, and legends that did not keep us up at night.
Hi, I'm your host, Trix.
And I'm Chris.
Tell me, Chris, have you heard of Bloody Mary?
No. I got to keep the streak up. I haven't heard of everybody else but her. This is the only one I know of.
Okay. So this is the only one you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She was so complicated. No one could agree on what her story is, like her folklore story is, which is so bizarre to me because all the other stories, even though they have differences, they all have similarities as well.
Yeah.
This one is literally not a single story has any similarity to each other. Some stories are like more fucked up than others, and it's bananas, but we'll get into this. So this one, of course, our girl Bloody Mary has a song. She probably has a bajillion songs.
Oh yeah, this is for sure.
The one I found that's like the most popular is from Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga, really?
Yeah. She did a song called Bloody Mary, and I heard it, and I forgot how it goes.
Okay, that's wild.
Yeah.
Is it about the drink or about Bloody Mary?
So it's funny that you say that because I completely forgot this was an alcoholic. Completely. I was about to go into that rabbit hole, and the only thing that was worth mentioning was that there supposedly it was invented in a place called Harry's, New York, in Paris. So it's this place was called Harry's, New York.
Uh-huh.
That place was in Paris. So this drink might be French. I'm not entirely.
Oh, that's not confusing at all.
I know. It was confusing.
Jesus.
Yeah. So, but that's as far as I went because I was like, I don't have time for this.
Well, Bloody Mary is just like a stronger michelada, right? In a sense.
If I had gone down that rabbit hole, I would have an answer for you.
Crazy. The fact that I'm going down that one.
It probably has better stories than Bloody Mary.
The michelada man comes to your house. And...
Well, I thought I was going to find something that combined the two together, because why else would it be called Bloody Mary? If not because of, well, sure, because like it looks like blood.
Yeah.
Right?
And Mary loves it.
And Mary loves it. But it literally had no connection that I was able to find. So that was a little disappointing. What we're here to talk about is the girl who gave children nightmares and probably still does. And I'm curious what sick, twisted version kids know nowadays, because it just keeps getting weirder and weirder.
Yeah.
So even the surface level stuff that we know about her is so different from town to town.
Towns.
Yeah, from town, cities, like everyone has a different thing. So even my own husband, when I asked him about her, he told me that he grew up with you lock yourself in the bathroom, you turn off the lights, and you say Bloody Mary 5 times.
5.
5. I grew up with 3 times.
3, yeah.
Yeah, I would imagine Bloody Mary is like coming out on the 3rd, and then you keep going. She's like, you know what, fuck this, I'm out.
Or you say 5 times to make sure that you got it right.
Am I pronouncing this correctly?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have 2 times to fuck up if you fuck up her name,
5.
I guess. Yeah, 5 times.
And he's from Philly.
He's from Philadelphia,
Philly.
yeah.
What?
Yes.
Like, why?
I have no idea what people in Philadelphia are doing.
Yeah, seriously.
But they are wasting their time.
They're too far. That's why, you gotta ring her up. You gotta keep calling her.
When I saw 5 times, I like nearly threw my computer out the window. I was like, this is ridiculous. This is crazy. So not even on how many times we have to call her to summon her. can we even agree on that in the US Bloody Mary version? It's really weird. And also the version that I knew was just that you say it 3 times in complete darkness, and then she just kind of pops up and scares you. That was the version I knew. But then all of a sudden, all these other versions are completely insane. And I was like, oh my God. So there's one version where she like claws your eyes out. There's one version where she like tears you up into pieces. There, yeah. Like if I knew those versions, I probably would have taken it more seriously. I'm just kidding. I probably would have done it right. Because there's another version where you light a candle, which that feels a little more witchy to me. And like if I'm summoning something, I'm lighting a
But
candle.
who is
I
she
would
and
feel.
what is she?
Okay. So
You
to
know?
no one's surprise, there are a million versions of her story.
You got the cool ones, right?
I got the cooler versions. And I also went internationally because I couldn't do it anymore here in the US. It's
That's
like
perfect.
there's way too many versions of her in the US. I got the ones that I thought were kind of cool.
The one,
But
the one where she's just drunk in the mirror saying her favorite drink, trying to order. It's just her and her
Bloody
reflection.
Mary.
Yeah, it's her reflection trying to order a drink, thinking she's the bartender. Bloody
I-
Mary, dude. Fucking Bloody Mary. You hear that fucking scary ass chicken there?
That should be her origin.
Yeah, right.
She was drunk as shit, couldn't recognize her own reflection.
It's just
She's
Bloody
like
Mary,
trying
dude.
to like order. She gets really upset. She like throws herself at her like mirror and then she dies. And then that's how she gets into the mirror.
Jesus Christ.
See, that would make sense. See, we just did a much better job
Yeah, it's just way better.
at her origin story.
Oh,
But
okay,
in the
sorry.
international versions, there are similar girls that pop up specifically in the bathroom. So which one did it first? Who the fuck knows? Even though her origins for the folklore are unknown, there are some that say that's based on a queen of England who was abused as a kid, like all fucking queens in the 1400s. And then she went mad with power. She was able to kill anyone she wanted. So she went and killed a ton of people. But I feel like that's so many queens have done that. So many kings have done worse. Like,
yeah.
I wanted to focus on the fictional
That's cool.
stuff.
Okay.
Because that's what's more fun to me than going down this rabbit hole of terrible people. So the looking in the mirror, what I found was that it came from it might have come from a ritual and back in the day where people would go. I don't know if they went to a designated place that had a mirror or if they just went to like their home where they had a mirror, but they went to a mirror. And if they looked good, then great, everything was good. If they looked bad, they would die soon. And girls could also see who their future husbands were. But if they saw a skull, then that meant that they would die before marriage, which for my own sanity, I am aging these girls up to 35 years old.
At the ripe age of 35.
The ripe age of 35 years old.
Yeah, because that's how.
Yeah.
That's how
So
it
that could explain why the mirror is such a huge component to Bloody Mary.
But they will go to this place or it will be at home.
That's the thing. It's not known because this was all like
It's just all over the place.
it's all over the place. There was one where it was like this was a Hungarian ritual, but then others that it was like from some other place. So like no one could even agree on that ritual. So, but that ritual I think was a thing.
Okay.
So that could explain the mirror aspect of the story. So let me tell you a couple stories.
All right.
We're going to start in the US, but then we're going to travel to Latin America and then to Asia.
Oh,
Mhm,
okay.
mhm, mhm. Once upon a newly colonized US, there was this little Mary. Who was she? Nobody knows. She's just a girl named Mary. She got sick one day, as people did back then. And if our physicians today still tell me that they don't know what's wrong with me, as soon as Mary fell ill, it was a death sentence. So little Mary seemingly died one day. The town physician came with a little mirror to put it under her nose to see if she was still breathing, and there was nothing. So with that, they put her in a coffin. But her parents were so sad that they did not want to bury her yet. They set her up with a string that went through a hole in the coffin that was tied to a bell outside, because back in these days, so many people would not actually be dead because, again, physicians were just figuring shit out. So if they came back to life, they could pull the string from the inside of the coffin, the bell would ring, and then people would rush and unbury them. So a week passed, and the parents' friends told them that little Mary was dead, so they needed to let go and maybe, go out or something. Forget about this tragedy. Get a new daughter or something. The parents finally relented and went to their friend's house, which was kind of far away. And another neighbor came to bury Mary. Of course, after that was done is when Mary decided to stop being dead. So she pulled on the string and nobody came because they had all left. And Mary pulled the string so much that it tore it down. So when the parents came back, they freaked out and dug her out because they found the bell on the floor, and that could have only meant one thing. And they found her body all bloody, trying to escape the coffin. They put a mirror under her nose again because that worked the first time, to triple check that she was dead. And I guess that's how her soul went into the mirror. So that's one version from the US.
How did she become bloody?
I guess because she was trying to crawl out, I don't know have you seen Kill Bill?
Yeah.
Yeah. When she
yeah. Oh,
that was the thing, like the punching thing. Yeah. That was probably, yeah.
She was doing the whole time. Too bad she's not strong enough, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, poor little Bloody Mary. So she's just in there trying to Kill Bill it, and she can,
ringing the bell.
Ring the bell, doing Kill Bill, and she just can't do it. So that's one version. But I found another one that I thought was really cool that this user shared their campfire spooky stories that this user's mom told them.
That's cool.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. That's what folklore is about. It's keeping it alive. In this version, there was a little girl named Mary, obviously. So we're off to a good start.
Something about Mary.
She was the most perfect, nicest girl in the whole wide world. I can picture her having huge eyes and perfectly curly hair with a little bow. And still in my version, she is 30 years old.
35.
35.
With a little bow.
With a little bow. So one day, after doing all her nice deeds of the day, as she always did, and helping others in need, she saw an old, ugly lady in the forest. Mary asked her if she needed help. The old, ugly lady smiled, showing her one tooth, and said that she seems to have separated from her grandkids and she's lost. So Mary, of course, jumped at the opportunity to help this poor, ugly old lady, which to her credit, if she is that nice and she didn't suspect anything, that she was like a witch or something, and she's still helping her, I guess she was super nice. So they find the old lady's cottage, which is miles away from Mary's home in town. When they arrive, children start to appear out of nowhere. First, there are 5 kids, then there's 10, then there's 20, and they're all playing with sticks and stones. Before Mary leaves, the old lady compliments Mary on how incredibly nice she is and what a good heart she has. So she tells her that she will make one wish come true for her. Again, Mary is too nice to see the ginormous red flag just wrapping around her. So since she's 30 years old, she says that her one wish is to find her perfect husband, go to the new world, and have children. So to be fair, though, I think those are 3 separate wishes. Just want to point that out. Anyway, the witch was like, okay, whatever you say, and she snaps her fingers. Suddenly, all the kids start to beat her up with sticks and stones. But luckily, there was a hunter nearby, and he heard her yells, so he went and shot the witch on the face with an arrow. So as luck would have it again, he was handsome, and Mary fell in love, and they got married. They ended up moving to the New World, which I'm not sure where that is on the map. But because she was beat up, I guess they messed up her uterus real bad because she couldn't have kids. And because of that, she turned into a giant asshole and hated children since she couldn't have any. So I guess she didn't want kids that bad because she's like hating children because she couldn't. I don't know. That needs a little tweaking. So one day, yeah, no, that's true.
All right, that's the one we know about.
So one day she disappeared along with every single child in their village, never to be seen again. So now if you call her name, if you're a dumb kid, I guess, she kidnaps you, or she does what the other kids did to her and then she beats you up with sticks and stones, which is not super nice. So yeah, I'm glad I found that campfire story. I think it was a little better than the other one.
Yeah, it sounds like a campfire story.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
you
it is.
Little shits, you better fucking listen up.
But then I don't know what the moral of that story is. Like, don't be nice and don't help ugly people with one tooth.
Don't beat up people?
She didn't get beat up until after she wished those 3 wishes.
Yeah.
That was not one wish, girl. Maybe if she had just wished one wish, the witch wouldn't have done that to her.
Yeah. And also she didn't get fucking stabbed in the eye with the arrow. She probably would have been like, all right, dude, you can have whatever you want.
Yeah, that should have come first.
Yeah. I mean,
but in that story, I thought the witch was going to be Bloody Mary. So that was a nice little twist.
So how did the girl get the powers? It's the witch, man. It's
the witch.
You made a wish with the witch.
And you made a wish, yep. And she was like, you're in the mirror now.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. That's where you live.
Say my name because everybody knew my name. And then when you say it 3 times.
5 times. In some places, they're going to say your name 5 times. It's going to be annoying.
Yeah. I think that's what it is. She's like trying to relax and I hear Bloody Mary. Like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
And then it goes to 5 times. She's like,
yeah. She eats her kids. I don't know.
So our next story is in Latin America, specifically in Brazil.
Oh. Brazil has some freaky shit.
Yeah, Brazil's got
Brazil stories are kind of.
Oh, I love Brazil stories. Yeah. So their Bloody Mary is oh God, I don't know if I'm going to say this correctly, but it's Loira do Banheiro, which translates to blonde from the bathroom. It sounds a lot nicer in Portuguese.
Never mind, dude. We're gonna. I take back what I said about Brazil. The blonde in the restroom.
Yeah. My friend from Brazil said that there was this other social media over there years ago before Facebook was a thing called Orkut. And there was this guy who would dress up as her and like post like parody videos of that. So I thought that was really funny. I couldn't find that person because that social media doesn't exist anymore, but it sounded funny. I wish I had seen those videos. But since this one is in Latin America, of course, they have their rituals down to a fucking T. They're not like, is it 3 times? Is it 5 times? No.
Nah.
They know how to summon this girl. They know. So if you'd like to summon Loira do Banheiro, you have to, 1, be in a school bathroom.
Okay. Okay, so specific, but all right.
Two, say Loira do Janeiro 3 times.
Oh, okay.
Then slam the door 3 times, followed by flushing the toilet 3 times. And finally, say 3 curse words. But I'm not sure if it's the same curse word, but I'm assuming it probably is if it's, everything's the same 3 times. And then her ghost will appear with 2 cotton pieces in her bloody nose. And I think the version that I saw was that she asks to be buried. And the reason why is because the most popular version of her story is that her name is Maria. But the thing is that I saw one version where her name was Katrina.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, I don't know.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Well, she had a shitbag father who forced her to marry this older man at a very illegal and disgustingly young age. I'm not even going to say. So I guess her new life was in Europe after she got forced into this. And she sold all her jewelry to leave and escape this life that she was forced into. She left to Paris, and then something mysterious happened, and she ended up dying at age 26. Her death certificate doesn't exist anymore. So if this is a real story, no one knows her actual cause of death. Or more likely, it's probably a mix of a bunch of stories, and this version is fictionalized. Anyway, when her mother heard of her death, she was really sad and brought her body back to Brazil, to the mansion where they lived. Like our previous story in the US, she didn't want to bury her for some reason, but she did cremate her because her ashes were in a glass urn on public display. Then her mom started to have nightmares where her daughter was like, "Mom, please bury me and stop displaying me like a fucking object to random people." So eventually her mom relented and buried her. However, sometime after they sold the mansion turned into a school. And part of that school got burnt down at some point. And it's said that after that, for some reason, it reawakened her soul. And she's just trying to rest in peace, and she wanders around the school. That's Loira do Janeiro.
It sounds like a little kid made that up.
Yeah.
Like they're at school and they're like, you're gonna say her name. You're gonna go flush the toilet.
Take a shit 3 times.
Yeah, take a shit. Don't flush until after you close the door because you forgot to close it the first time.
Yeah.
When you wipe and then flush.
My friend from Brazil did say that she did grow up with this as more of like a prank. Like little kids that
sounds like it,
and they would like push someone in there and lock them in there after they summoned her or whatever. Yeah.
That sounds exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, the story did sound crazy, but then you hear like how they like summon her, and I'm like, come on.
Yeah, I know. They went a little too far. Yeah. But I respect the fact that everyone could at least agree on some kind of ritual to summon her, because you can't even get that shit right here. That's embarrassing.
You can't, and it's lame.
It's lame.
Yeah, like that one at least like has a story that's good. The ritual is kind of sounds like
the ritual needs that is a little kid prank.
Yeah, when she told me like flush the toilet, I'm like, come on.
So this next one is from Japan. Oh. That is yet another girl that haunts the bathrooms. But this one, I think, moves away from the mirror. So this one's called Toire no Hanako-san, which translates to Hanako-san of the toilet. And some even go further into naming her Hanako-san of the third stall. And then it goes even further, and it's Hanako-san of the third stall from the third floor bathroom.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So it's a really unfortunate name. Her story is that she was playing hide and seek with a friend during World War II. But then I saw that it was a different war, so I'm not sure which war. There was a war going on.
World War One,
I don't know.
two.
Whichever war you want to choose, there was a war going on. But since she was hiding, she didn't hear when the adults called out for the students to leave because there was a bomb threat, or there was a bomb that was going to hit the school. So the bomb hit the school, and she turns into a ghost. Another version is that she was chased in there by a terrible adult serial killer, and he killed her in the stall. And that's why she is in there. And then the third version is really, really sad. She just like took her own life because she was bullied. So those are the different versions of why she haunts that toilet. Now she waits for any foolish child to go knock on the third stall of the bathroom in the third floor. And then you ask Hanako-san if she's there. And if she answers yes, then I guess she's there. And if she asks you if you want to play with her, you can't answer yes or no because you'll end up dead in the toilet. Either way. So you have to, there's one version that I saw that you have to show her like a school supply, and then she'll leave you alone.
To prove that you're a student?
And I guess she's scared of school supplies. I don't understand that.
Jesus Christ. This sounds like the Harry Potter, like the girl who cries.
Oh, yeah, I did think about that. Yeah.
I was scared of this as a kid. I was scared of Bloody Mary. You know, this sounds like just a bunch of jokes, dude. Like, I'm gonna go say it.
I know.
Hey, dude, like, are you serious? I'm about to go ask her.
Well, in the US, we don't know how to summon her, so good luck.
If she doesn't come at 3, she's coming at 5.
And then light a candle if that doesn't work.
Oh, God damn it.
Maybe like bring her some roses.
Oh, never mind.
Get creative, and then maybe she'll come out.
It's just, she's like the toilet monster.
And then she's either gonna, take out your eyes, or she's just gonna scare you, or maybe she just wants to talk.
Yeah, because like I'm not a kid anymore, so she can't kidnap me.
That's true. You're not a child anymore. Yeah, maybe she's just gonna talk to you. She's gonna be like, "Man, dude, like it's
with a cigarette." Just
she's like, "These fucking kids, man. Like
they just don't get it.
They just don't fucking get it."
3, it's 5.
I hate 5.
Yeah, 3, just I get it.
There was this fucking story that I was like, okay, y'all just took it too far, because they were like, Bloody Mary could be, like a, was that like a metaphor for menstruation?
I
was like, I mean, I have endometriosis. Like, it is scary. The menstrual cycle is terrifying when you have tumors in there. But I was like, no, this is a scary story, guys. Let's not look deeper into this.
Yeah,
it's weird. That was a little much. That was a stretch.
Actually, I don't know.
If they had a cool story about like she was on her period or something, I would be like all down for it. But yeah, there was but there was no cool story about her on her.
It was just her. It was just a vicious cycle. It was just one of those. Like, all right, dude.
She only comes out once a month.
Yeah, like I remember like being scared of doing it. I did it once, but like nothing happened.
I did it once too, yeah. I did it a few times. Nothing happened.
That's crazy. It's making sure, huh?
I was making sure because I was like, why is she scary? I wanted to know why she was scary.
Just scary.
I guess I didn't do it right.
3 times.
I said it 3 times. Yeah.
That's why you're fucking up. 5? It's 5 apparently.
Bloody Mary needs to tell us, man. She needs to come out and be like, okay, guys, this is how we do this.
That's gonna be next week's guest. Bloody Mary. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to restroom with my mic and everything. Bloody Mary. Hey, dude. So what the fuck is it, huh?
So what is it, dude? Just fucking tell us. How do we
came out at 3, but I heard 5 is the magic number.
Yeah, and she's gonna be like, who the fuck said 5? Fucking Philadelphia.
Yeah, dude. She has fucking travel through the window dimension to yours. The mirror dimension. Could you put Tim on the mic? Go back to Tim. 5.
But yeah, so there are twisted, terrible, horrific stories about Bloody Mary, but there isn't one specifically that I'm happy with. And no, none of them are modern. So in today's world, how do we make Bloody Mary scary? What I thought about was, you know, you go to the mirror.
Any mirror or the bathroom mirror?
I want to say anywhere where you could see your reflection.
Oh, or we should do that thing, like when you put two mirrors and you see like the infinite mirror.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
We should do
See, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People are scared of that. People think like that opens a dimension to something else.
Huh.
So you do that. Oh, we can talk about that. But yeah, like you do that and then you could talk to it. Say bloody, like that's me.
I think to modernize this story, you have to take a selfie with her or something. You know what I mean? Like I was thinking a version where you don't even go to the mirror no more. You just put your camera on your face like you're taking a selfie. You say Bloody Mary 3 times because 5 is excessive.
So you can hear
3 fucking times. And then when you take a picture, she's either murdering you or she's like coming after you and she doesn't stop until she gets you.
Okay. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Or you could say Bloody Mary in the mirror, take a picture with either your phone camera or whatever. Just take a picture of the mirror, and depending on what she's doing, it will be like a glimpse of what's going to happen to you.
Yeah.
So you don't see it until you take the picture,
and
then
it's like, this is how you're going to die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to die or not going to die or.
Oh, okay. Oh, so she could be nice.
Unless you do like the Ring, where like in 7 days you're going to die. Or she shows you how you're going to die, but she doesn't tell you when.
That's a good one too.
So you're going to die. And it'd be like Final Destination where you try to avoid all these things. But
yeah. Dude, we just wrote the new Final Destination, man.
It's already better.
It's already better.
10 times better. It's already 10 times better. And then you get dug in a grave and then you wake up and you ring a bell. And you better practice your 1-inch punches from Kill Bill. Just fucking. Otherwise, you go to the biggest mirror in the house.
Yeah.
You get your camera ready. Should it be film camera or like a regular camera?
No, right. These kids, we're trying to scare kids.
Yeah, but
they need their fucking cell phones.
People like film now, like it's coming back.
Oh yeah, my little 19-year-old cousin loves film actually.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
It's so weird.
It's not.
No. It's weird that young people are into that stuff. But I agree, it does look amazing.
Take a picture, and when you get it developed, it'll show you.
Oh yeah, yeah. But you have to get developed by like a week. Otherwise, something bad will happen. I don't know what that is.
You'll die. Oh yeah, you have to capture her soul in the film so she doesn't come and get you.
Yeah.
There it is.
There you go. We just did 2 versions that are better.
You put the film on the mirror and it goes
in the mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to put it behind the mirror and like never take it out because then she's stuck there. If you take it out, she's unstuck.
Or you put it facing the mirror and she goes back into the mirror dimension.
Yeah. Because it's just something with the mirror, like it has to be there.
That's our story. Something's gonna happen, dude. That's how scary it is. Happen. What is it? Yeah, fuck around and find out. Bloody Mary, dude. Keep it as a drink, please.
Keep it as a drink. Yeah, I think that is today's message.
Seriously.
Keep Bloody Mary as a drink.
Please.
So we can't even summon her, right? It's embarrassing.
The only way you're going to summon her is if you ask your bartender for a Bloody Mary. Please. Bloody Mary, please.
Or we could also combine those stories and it's like you summon her by having a Bloody Mary and asking yourself for a Bloody Mary and taking a picture.
And then you chug it.
And you chug it.
Spill it, because if you spill it,
you're dead.
And you have to eat the celery stick. Don't forget the celery stick.
Yeah, you have to be a little healthy.
Yeah.
I don't know if celery is that healthy, actually. Just water.
Hey, you're hydrated. You won't get a hangover.
Bloody Mary was a bit of a drag, but next episode is La Careta Nagua from Nicaragua.
Oh, it rhymes.
It does rhyme. I love it. Our music is done by Killer Worms. Our art is done by Squishy Panda and Ghostface Wizard. And for all the nerds, reference links are in the show notes. Thanks so much for listening.